Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new here, I'm Barbara. I'm a Hungarian artist who's been living in Italy for 9 years and still waiting for my citizenship. Usually I'm making videos about Italy, living in Italy, having a holiday in Italy, and art. And in this video I'm gonna talk about things that you want to know before you are going to Italy. Before you're going for a holiday, for a visit. So I collected some information that's gonna help you. So let's just jump into it. The first one. Can I use my ATM card in Italy? Yes, you can. I would say that you should check with your bank first about if it's logged, because maybe it's your card is logged to be used in Europe, or maybe the fee can be, really high. So you should check with your bank first. I've heard that some places in Italy are dangerous. Is this true? In Italy, where like everywhere else, in big cities, you have to be more careful because there are pickpocket people, like in Venice or in Florence, Rome, Milano. So big cities are, more dangerous in this point of view, but you should, bring a money belt or something, or like a fanny pack where you're keeping your money, and be really conscious about your surroundings when you are traveling, when you're using the public transportation and stuff like this. I can't speak Italian. Is this going to be an issue? No, it's not going to be an issue in the big cities, in the touristic cities. Italians can talk in English, but everyone appreciates if you are, learning some words beforehand, if you are using some words, at least grazie and buongiorno. In smaller towns, people are not going to talk in English, but I think you can still, it's really easy still to communicate in a way, and people are really helpful. So I would suggest that you are learning a couple of words beforehand. What are the visa requirements for my trip to Italy? Okay, I had to look up this because I'm a European citizen, so the glasses for this. I'm so old. Visa requirements for Italy will vary based upon citizenship and how long you're planning to stay. If you're looking at a quick vacation, you should be okay with an up-to-date passport. Students who are looking to study abroad and travelers who plan on staying over 90 days will most likely require a visa. I'm planning a tight schedule and I need to stay mobile. What's transportation like in Italy? Well, it's not really easy. I mean, like buses can be late and stuff, and also trains can be late if there's like a strike or something. But I would suggest that you can use like Flixbus, for example, between cities. That's really cheap. You can use the train. The train system is quite good though. If you are more adventurous, you can use BlaBlaCar. So you can meet with people and travel with car. But if you are really comfortable and you have money, then I would suggest renting a car, and you are like exploring an area, and then maybe move to another area with train, and then again rent a car. I think that would be a smart way to travel. I'm visiting Italy for the first time. What are some must-see hot spots? It's always a hard thing to answer because, everyone is different, and I know everyone wants to see the most well-known cities like Rome and Florence and Venice and Milano, and these are not like, these are basically 1.5 areas. So I would say it's hard to say. And also it depends on what you like. Like you prefer more nature, you're more city-like stuff. And I'm always saying this in videos that Italy is quite big, and that there's a lot of areas that are interesting and and you can explore these areas and then move to another area instead of just jumping around in the country to visit touristic cities. But I would suggest you to avoid the really touristic, fancy, famous spots like the Amalfi Coast. It is really beautiful, but it's just so overcrowded that you're gonna end up hating the experience. And there's so many other spots in Italy where you can go and visit and enjoy, and it's really, really beautiful. Like if you go down to Puglia, you're gonna have a really beautiful experience, or you're going to Sicily, or you're going to spots which are not well known, and you're gonna have a really good time, like you're in the 80s, in an 80s Italian movie. So I would avoid the Amalfi Coast. I would avoid even Florence. Well, if you want to visit the Uffizi, then, go there. I would avoid Rome. I would avoid Milano for sure, because Milano is not even a beautiful city. Of course, Venice is a must-see. I should say it come another time, not in summer for sure, because again, it's super touristic. So it also depends when you are coming. If you're coming in November, absolutely go to Venice, for example, because there's not so many people and you're not super hot, and you would enjoy the city. You could enjoy the city. Other things that I would suggest, first, don't rely on your smartphone when you are using maps, sorry. So sometimes it can happen that the maps are just not working, or at least download a map that works without the internet, because it can be that you are on like an area where the internet is not covered really well, so you're not getting lost. Not in big cities, obviously, but still in Venice, for example, because of the sea, because the water that is around the city and inside the city, the GPS is not going to work perfectly. So I would suggest that you have a paper map, or you're downloaded a map on your phone. Again, this is really important, and I always say this in videos, that you need to remember to validate your tickets before you're going on a train. Really important. I see Italia Rail, they are saying provides a 24/7 English speaker customer service, which is great. But if you are using the local regional, oh my god, I was trying to say it in Italian. So regional train, the Trenitalia, you need to validate your ticket and before you're getting on board. The other thing that you should know before you are coming to Italy is that you need to understand which are the restaurants that you shouldn't go in. There are like ones that when like waiters are standing outside and they are trying to lure in people, like there, don't go. There are ones that I never see in real life, but I saw in videos that there are restaurants that are putting the actual foods on a display on a table. Just crazy. So okay, don't go there. Absolutely not. You can check on the menu if there's like too many things, like they have pizza, they have this, they have that. There are too many things, or it's written Alfredo, what pasta Alfredo, or what is this fettuccine Alfredo or something like this that we don't have in Italy. So if you see that in the menu, then don't eat there. You're just gonna have a terrible experience. And of course, if these restaurants are on the main square, don't go there. They're gonna be just super overpriced, and they're not gonna be good food. If your goal is to take a photo of your terrible pasta in front of the Colosseum, that's another thing. Then, if that's your goal, then do that. I'm just saying, if you want to eat well, then don't eat these places. But if you do, then don't come on Instagram and try to comment that the Italian food is so overrated, because then you don't know what is a good Italian food. I see. And those restaurants that are open before 7 or before 6 and they are giving you dinner, then those places again are not really Italian places. Another one that is that you should know beforehand is that you're carrying cash and also as a card with you. So you have like two options. I always do that even like when I'm living here. I always have both just in case, because anything can happen. It's a good thing. It's a good strategy overall. Because in a lot of places there are card machines, but it can happen that they don't have it, or it's broken down or whatever. So it's good to be prepared for every situation. Okay, I'm stopping now. There's so many other infos and do's and don'ts that I already talked about in previous videos. So you check them out here and here. Check them out because they are really, really useful before you're coming to Italy, and subscribe so you're not losing more infos and you can be super prepared when you're coming to visit this beautiful country. Okay, see you later. Ciao.